I was just going through one of my books today. I have this thing, I call it my Bible, because it's got like everything in it for my art stuff. And just looking through here, refreshing my memory of like my framers and people that I use, I found this sketch that I'd done, and it's very, very rubbish because it's just in biro. But I had a brush with fame that day, so I thought I'd just tell you about it, basically, because you might find it vaguely interesting for people who are interested in music. A while ago, I think it was in October, I kind of discovered a singer called Paloma Faith in spring or summer of last year, and I thought, oh, she's really cool, I like her music, and I love the way that she looks because it's quite quirky, like 1940s influenced, but with like a really individual spin. I mean, she calls herself Lady Gaga on her lead, so that kind of gives you an idea of like what she does. And so I started following her on Twitter because she's just a really sweet girl. She's really, really nice. And she put out a message saying, I'm really needing some people to be in my video. Downside is it's in it's in Mitcham and it's tonight. So if you want to be in it and help me out, then just leave your email address with this person. She gave an email address, and we'll get back to you to see if you'd be okay to be in. So I was just like, well, I've got nothing else to do, so I thought I'd do it. And I got an email back saying, yeah, we'd love to have you. And Mitcham's not that far away from me. Wish it was a bit further, but that's another story. So I thought, okay, well, I'll go. And I turned up. They'd already been going for quite a while. I turned up, I think, about 4:30. It was in a church hall, and so you kind of crept in through the side door, and there were dancers and things on the stage, and they'd been up since like 7 o'clock in the morning shooting, and these girls were wearing heels higher than this. They were doing the same thing over and over and over again. So the stage type of thing is very, very familiar to me, that world, and you know, sort of walkthroughs and blocking and all of that stuff. You know, I completely understand that. But with theatre, it's very much one take and that's it, like when you're actually performing. I didn't really know what to expect. It was a lot of sitting around. I did expect that because that's the same in theatre as well when you're rehearsing for stuff. And I just wasn't quite prepared for just how much repetition would be involved. I mean, we didn't do much because I was just an extra. You can't even see me in the video. We're just sort of like distant, like murky shapes in the background. I'll put a link in the sidebar to the video so you can check it out because it's actually a really, really cool video. And yeah, so we were just sort of sitting in places, and they were just having the dolly going up and down like that, filming, and lots of ladders and rigging and lights and everything, and it was freezing cold. I mean, why are church halls so cold all the time? I don't understand. They had these great big things at the sides that looked like engines off of a jet, and they were blasting. They were blasting hot air to the front, and some of us were joking about going down to the shop and getting some chicken wings and holding them in front to try and get some dinner. They did feed us though, which is really nice. We got, I think it was Domino's pizza. This poor guy, he must have been about 17 or 18. I think he was like the little skivvy that did all the, you know, the dirty work for everybody. They just came in with like a stack of about 14 pizzas, and we were like, oh bless you, and those pizzas were gone. I mean, we were there from like 4:30 till 11:30, and they still hadn't wrapped up by then. And it kind of, I never really had much of an opinion about like popular music singers and kind of, you know, that MTV, is that what it's called? I don't really know, that channel with music on it. Didn't really have much of an opinion on those types of people before. I had more respect for like live performers because I've always thought, oh, that's really easy, you just sort of stand up there and you lip sync and they just shove a camera in your face and job done. But it's, oh no, I was wrong. It's so much more work than that. It's just literally 5 seconds of shooting and then do it again from a different angle and then stop and then again and again and again and again. And like, there's this bit where this poor girl's having to cry and she didn't actually have like real tears, because I mean that would be draining having to do that. And she'd be doing her little bit and then you'd see this chap run from the side, squirt stuff in her eyes, and then she'd turn around to do her reaction shot thing for the camera, and she must have done that about 15 or 20 times. And I've just got, you know, considering she'd been there since like 7:30 in the morning, if not earlier, because of like hair and makeup and stuff, I've got so much respect so much respect for her. I mean, she's only a year older than me, but I don't think I'd have the patience to do what she does. I mean, I've grown up like loving musicals. You see some of the outtakes like in the films, like Easter Parade with Judy Garland and Fred Astaire in it. You've got an outtake called Mr. Monotony where you just show take after take after take that she's done, and that style of filming is nowhere near as complex as what they were doing in this video. I just can't imagine how anyone can have the patience. I mean, she wasn't even bratty at all, she was absolutely adorable. I'm just amazed, because you think somebody who's having to go through that, I know if it was me, I'd be in the most foul temper, I'd be snapping at people, I'd be like, just leave me alone. But no, she was really, really nice. She'd be like, you know, the second she'd stop filming, she'd just jump off the stage and come and sit with us and have a chat and have a laugh and everything, pretend she didn't want to go back and be like shouting things from the back of the part, saying, I'm just going to watch you guys from over here. And she's, just to sort of dispel a few myths or whatever about her, I'm 5'3", and when I met her she was wearing platform soles about that big, and she was a bit taller than me, so I think she must be about my height, if not like an inch shorter. And I've seen quite a few of the comments left on her videos as saying, oh, she's a bit fat, she could lose weight or whatever. She is tiny. She is like absolutely minute. She's skinnier than me, and I'm pretty skinny. She's actually got a gorgeous figure, so anyone who's saying she's fat, how about you withhold your opinions until you see her in person? And met loads of really, really cool and interesting people who are also working on there as like the extras and makeup artists and stuff, and they were really, really lovely people. There was some guy who was a member of some other band, I can't remember what it's called, something with numbers in, and that's really not helpful at all. They were selling calendars of that band at Christmas. I can't remember who they are. I didn't even know who he was anyway. I have no clue who anybody is, but one of the other extras is like, oh my god, it's that person. I'm like, great. It's really, really interesting just to see how else things are done and like comparing the differences. I mean, because it's all the same sort of genre. I'm just babbling now. It's all the same sort of genre that, you know, music. It's just different facets of the musical world and how it's all put together and how different creative types are pooling their talents, I guess. So that was my brush with fame, and yeah, so I'll post after I've done babbling, and hopefully I have not gone over the minutes. I'll post a picture. It's a really crap quality picture that I took with my phone. Somebody took of me with Paloma and put the link to the music video that we worked on in the sidebar. Her shoes that she was wearing were amazing. They're like platform soles, but red and sparkly. They're like Dorothy shoes, and I remember watching like what she was doing and thinking, oh, that's a bit Dorothy-like, and then not Dorothy, Judy Garland-esque. And then I watched the video when the first day it came out and was released on YouTube, and I thought, wow, that really is quite Judy Garland-like, because I'm a big fan of her, so I couldn't kind of like pick out things. And then she said it herself, so I was like, yep. So if you like Judy Garland as well, you might want to check out this video and see for yourself how she can still influence people many, many, many years after she's dead. So sidebar, or is it that side? It's that side. Sidebar link. Enjoy. Bye.